This car is a 2006 Kia Sorento. It has codes for a catalytic converter and oxygen sensor, and it's losing power. So something's wrong here, and I'm going to try to fix it. So the catalytic converters, there's one down there, and one over here on this side. I'm going to remove them from the bottom, and I'm going to see if the car will run better with them out. I'm going to inspect them and possibly clean them if they are clogged. Here's a look from underneath. This is the right side catalytic converter. Over here is the left side. And there's a pipe connecting there to the third catalytic converter. So I'm going to remove that connecting pipe there in the middle. So I removed the nuts and oxygen sensors from the crossbar, from the exhaust pipe thing here, but these nuts there are too tight. So I'm gonna go straight with, I can move this some, so I can get the cat itself off. If I remove the nuts up there, that one, and then I took the bottom two off. So I'm going to take the cats out, inspect them, possibly clean them, and we'll see what happens when I get this off. In this car, there's 4 bolts on the bottom, which I took out, and then there's 1 bolt that comes in from the top, which I could get with a wrench, but I think I'm going to get some extensions and do it from the top. So I took this cat out. I wasn't able to get the other one out, the bolts on this end of it. They were all seized on the one side, so I didn't get it out. But I got this one out, and you can see it's all melted out. There's nothing left to it. So this isn't causing any back pressure problems. But all these particles went back out of this catalytic converter to the rear catalytic converter and clogged it up. To test this theory, I disconnected the other side so that there was enough pressure, enough space to let air out, and then we test drove it, and it had tons more power than before. It wasn't having any back pressure. And this here and the other catalytic converter was the problem. So I'm going to take the other catalytic converter out. I'm going to see if I can clean it. If I can't, it'll need a new catalytic converter. I have the pipe down. So now we can look in this left catalytic converter. And it looks perfect. It really looks good. So just something weird happened on this side of the engine. Alright, we got the exhaust off here. And here's the catalytic converter. Look at that. It's pretty clogged up. So I'm going to try to get it off, which might be kind of hard because I've been trying. I'm going to try to get it off. I'm finally getting this bolt off for the catalytic converter. This one here was so hard. I got this one off because I can put an impact on this side with an extension. But for this one, the bend in the pipe was in the way. I couldn't do anything. So what I ended up doing was loosening the whole system, exhaust system, and moving it forwards so I could put this breaker bar on there. It's the next day. This catalytic converter was soaking in soapy water all night, and now I'm just gonna flush it out Now I'm blowing out all the extra water and as much dirt as I can with an air compressor. You can see in all the water and stuff that's come out, there's a lot of dirt. That's good. It's saying that we actually got some stuff out of the catalytic converter. So I soaked it again all night, blew it out again. It's still a little bit clogged, but I think I've gotten out all I'm going to be able to get out. So it's a big improvement. I'm going to get my face dirty, but I can blow through it. There's some leftover water. It seems to be a lot better. So I'm going to stick everything back in and see how it goes. Everything's all back together now. I put the oxygen sensors in. The rear cat is in. And now we're going to test drive it. So we took it for a test drive and it did pretty well. It was a huge improvement over not cleaning it, but it also wasn't up to the performance that it could be. So the vehicle is much more drivable now, but without replacing the converter, this car won't be able to be back to its normal efficiency.